For this week's project, I'll be making the NCR Ranger helmet. That's the new California Republic Ranger helmet from the movie and game series Fallout. I'll be using a template from one of my favorite YouTubers, Thomas Hanner from Much Prompts. But there are several YouTubers out there that have templates for this particular project. For the project, I'll be using 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 millimeter EVA foam. The only foam that I use for my projects is the HD foam from Stephen K, SKS Props. You can pick up your supply of Stephen K's HD foam at Blick Art Materials. For the main sections of the project, I'll be using 6 millimeter EVA foam. I'll utilize my heat gun and hand form each piece into curvatures. I'll be completing each side of the helmet separately and then put the two halves together. The bulk of the project will be connected using contact cement, but I'll also use some instant glue for some sections. As with all my projects, I won't be making this exactly as seen in the series. I have to personalize it and make it my own. One of the not so subtle changes I'll be making is how the brim fits on the helmet. One of the more difficult parts of this build for me was finding the proper overhang between the facial section and the helmet top. Although the templates from Much Props actually give you a line on where to make this overhang, it didn't work out that well for me. I had to make quite a few adjustments, especially since I changed the overhang on the brim. To smooth out and round over all the edges and seams, I'll be using my Dremel rotary tool. Safety comes first in all projects, so remember when you're using power tools, especially those that project dust and particles, to have the proper eye protection and dust protection. Another area where I deviated from the original design is around the earpiece. For the lenses of the helmet, I'll be using the colored plastic of a body wash bottle. Although I'm using blue for the lens color, in the series and the game, the lens color is red. With the main body of the helmet completed, I'll get started on his laser-guided weapon system and his antenna communications. I'll be using foam clay to fill in some of the larger seams and crevices. After final sanding, I get started on some of the smaller, intricate details. To simulate the hydraulic hose for the helmet, I'll be using EVA tubing. In preparation of the final sealing and painting of the project, I'll be covering the lenses up with blue tape. As another deviation from the original project, I'll be creating a special ear amplifier. I gave the project one coat of black Plasti Dip and a light misting of gray spray paint. And as usual, I didn't want to follow the standard painting scheme, so I decided to go full camouflage. That would also serve to diffuse all of the rough spots and imperfections. I used a brown wash to dull down some of the brighter sections of the camouflage. With the project completed, I get started on the electrical components, such as the laser-guided weapon system and the illuminated eyes. The electrical components will be powered by a 9-volt battery pack, and it will be operated with a rocker switch, which I will install in the right side of the helmet. After the electrical components are thoroughly tested, it's secured in the helmet with gray tape in positions where it will not interfere with its wearing or operation. That marks the end of this week's project. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the like button, and share it. I really appreciate your support. And don't forget you can also support me by purchasing the 4 books in my action-adventure series: Inherent Evil, Escaping the Green Abyss, Mob Life in the Hood, and Bringing Darkness into Light. All available on Amazon, Kindle, and Barnes & Noble.